Have you wondered how many devices we use every day? If you just see around you, you will find a mobile phone, a laptop, a television or a camera, or if you go outside you might have found some CCTV or lots of these kind of devices. I have named some, but on the screen can you see how many devices are there and can you name them? You can actually take your time over here, pause the video and try to name all of these devices. I hope you paused it and I hope you named all of the devices correctly. So we have a phone, we have a television or TV screen, we have a laptop, we have a camera, we have a CCTV camera, we also have a radio. So these are all the devices over here. But these all devices actually help you learn. Do you know how? You can learn lots of stuff from these all devices. We're going to talk about that in this video. So welcome to Mero School, this is Vivek Lal Karna. In this video, we'll be talking about how these devices can help us study and what are these devices actually. So before we begin anything, I request you to sit straight just like me and let's continue the video. So the devices that you saw are actually a part of information and communication technology. It is actually written in short as ICT. I stands for information, C stands for communication and T stands for technology. These all are part of information and communication technology. From these devices you can receive information, you can communicate with people, and these all are devices. That's why they all fall under the technology part of it. That's why this is the full form, information and communication technology. So now again, let's actually look at these devices, but this time instead of naming them, also write where they are used and how are they used. How do you use a phone? How do you use a television? How do you use a laptop? How do you use a camera? Just take some time, pause the video over here and write where would you use them if you got access to these devices. I hope you pause the video again and I hope you have also written all of these use cases for these devices. For example, the first one over here is a phone. We use mobile phone for calling people, right? Television, we use television to watch news, to watch movies, to watch sports, right? We use laptop to do multitude of things. Actually, we can also use it to browse internet, right? We can also use it to watch stuff like sports and videos, just like television. We use camera to record videos, to click photos. We use CCTV camera to monitor our place, to monitor our surrounding when we are not around. So they monitor the surrounding and record them so that we can watch it later or we can catch any thieves if there were any. Then we have a radio. You might not have seen a radio because radios are quite outdated now. If you have seen, that's very great. But all this radio stuff now comes in mobile phone only. So you might have used the radio on your mobile phone, right? So this is a radio, and why is it? Where is it used? It is used to convey information from one side, that is the radio station, to the people all of them who has a radio basically. So these are the devices used in ICT, information and communication technology. So even the communication part can be of two types. One of them being one-way communication, in which there is one party which delivers the information or sends the information and the other party receives the information. But the receiver side cannot send the message back. For example, can you name any devices that does these kind of stuff? I hope you have named radio or television or newspaper also. These are the devices that are used in one-way means of communication where you can send the information but cannot retrieve it back as quickly. So over here, you can see there is a news reporter reporting some news and this is transmitted to an audience. So the information or message transferred through tools like radio, television and newspaper is in one direction only. See, one direction only, and cannot be interacted with. You cannot interact with the news. You cannot interact with the information that is being transmitted. That is why these tools are called one-way means of communication. They are radio, television and newspaper, right? So there must be some two-way means of communication also, right? So for two-way means of communication, we will go to the next topic, but Even right now, this is a one-way means of communication. I'm talking to you through the screen. Isn't this one-way means of communication? Because right now, immediately you cannot interact with me. You may interact with the comment section or the question box, but you cannot directly interact with me right now. That's why it is one-way means of communication. I am sending the message and you are receiving the message. Similarly, there is also two-way means of communication, where one party delivers the message, the other party can also deliver another message at the same time. You can look at the graphic and you can literally tell me what is the device used over here. The device used over here is a mobile phone or a telephone, any of them. So, two-way means of communication, the information obtained from ICT tools like telephone, mobile or computer can be interacted with. You can interact with the information given to you. You can also send your information, you can also receive information at the same time. That's why it is two-way means of communication. That is why these tools are used for two-way means of communication. So in this video, we basically learned about what ICT stands for and what different means of communication can be there which fall under ICT. So this is it for now. Let's actually take a small quiz so that I can know that you were actually paying attention or not. So this is the quiz time. It is fill in the blanks. And if you see, there are 5 questions and you have to answer those questions. The first question says, ICT tools stand for information and communication dash. What must come in this dash? So we have actually some options over here. There is two-way, there is one more two-way, there is only, there is technology and there is one-way. So which option do you think will fit over here? I'm pretty sure you're also saying technology fits over here, and you are correct. It is information and communication technology. So this is the first answer. I've solved it for you, but the other 4 questions are for you. So pause the video over here, try to copy these questions in your notebook and write the answers to those and show it to your elders, teachers or parents. So I hope you have unpaused only after solving these questions, and let's actually show you some answers of these questions. So the answers to these questions are over here. You can match your answers, and if they are correct, very good. So this is it, and these were the exercises. And now we must have one more question with us, that we have actually talked about computer, laptop, right? So in these computers and laptop, there is internet. Obviously, you are also watching this video right now through internet. So how does this internet work? How to use the internet properly so that we can learn something from the internet, just like you are learning right now. We're going to tackle these questions in our next video.